What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Danny the Bull back with another live stream here on a Thursday evening. A little late getting here. Been a busy day for me. Just getting in from job, picking my daughter up from her soccer practice. So got to get my stuff together. But let's see who we got in the house. A lot going on. Always a little bit of a red day in the markets today. PPI data came out, spooked market, stock market was down, crypto market was down. Inflation came in a little hotter than expected. So we saw some red in the portfolio, which is always healthy to see a little red. Can't go up forever in a straight line. Let's see who we got up in here. CC says these types of videos should be titled "Trying to Pump My Bags." CC, I don't have to try to pump my bags. The markets pump our bags. Chris Infinity in the house. What's going on? Have you heard of MTLX? They have the same team as Fetch AI. Well, that's pretty good to know, Chris. Let me write it down. Fetch AI has done very well. I'll look into MTLX. Thank you. FA, first appearance in the house. What's good? Looking forward to the content and live stream. Have you heard of Soul Chat? Yeah, I have heard of Soul Chat. Looked at them a little, but not too extensively. Justin in the house. Let's get this bread. Yes. Season 3 OG in the house. Yo, Danny, can you pump Medicaid like you did? I didn't. So that, yeah, Medicaid had a nice green candle after the video with Russ. And that was people reacting to what they saw from Russ, what they saw and heard from Russ. They liked it. And Medicaid, he said in the interview, which seemed like forever ago, what was that? 3 days ago, I had Russ on the channel. Feels like a while ago. He said a AAA game was coming to Medicaid, and lo and behold, yesterday, that AAA game arrived. Wilder World, partnering with Medicaid. We'll talk about that. Super dope partnership. Love the figurines. Thanks. This is my man cave. My toys behind me. Base Lab in the house. What's good? Just bought some Fed AI. Looks good. Yeah, Fed AI, I think, had a big dip today, Eli. Is that right? I need to take a closer look at that also. I don't have any. Write a reminder to myself. Landwolf on AVAX, Pepe on ETH's equivalent. Nice. Memes have done exceptionally well in the last couple weeks. And this cycle, every cycle is a little different, right, from previous cycles. And in this cycle, you're seeing the memes kind of run side by side the market. It's not, previous cycles you had the kind of, run at the end, meme season, etc. But times have changed, and I think it's a good thing. It's, a lot of people have disdain for meme coins, but I think they're fun. I don't throw money at them too often. I threw a couple $100 at a Taylor Swift cat, made some money, then threw it at the other cat, made a little money. So, meme coins are fun. Marcus, what's good? Love a dip. Great opportunity to dump more in. Yeah, I did some buying, not for myself, but for a family member today. Dogami tournament starting soon on Medicaid. Yeah, so much going on over there. Super dope. Medicaid tournaments incoming. AAA game announced. Marketing kicking in. Good stuff. Eli says, yeah, Mamai, this is a fun project. We know the token manager, the project manager, really pulling for this one, looking to bring the woolly mammoth back to life. That's so crypto, right? And also looking to conserve animals on the brink of extinction, rhinos, etc. So it's, it's a research-based project, and we are pulling for that project. Yeah, Fed AI dip, bought dip, only 1.5 million market cap, looks legit. That's a dope market cap. And that was also one of the homie Ron's calls. What's good? Ron's crypto therapy in the house. So you can't fade Ron. We put out, someone in Ron's Telegram put out a, he created a coin market cap, putting $1,000 into every call that Ron has made in the Telegram since it started. Not all the calls, most of the calls were in there. And $1,000 in each call from then till now. So that's 30,000, right? To put in, yielded $130,000. So shout out to Ron, shout out to everybody in that Telegram. Absolutely killing it, finding things early and riding them. Yeah, Benji. Well, Benji was, see, this is Taylor Swift's oldest cat, the eldest cat, Benji. Got a shout out from Crypto Banter, I think, yesterday. So I haven't looked at the price of Benji. Let me check it out. But let's see, Benji. All right, it's at half its all-time high. And let me check out our favorite Taylor Swift cat, Dibbles. And that is at, all right, little down from where it was, but still well above where it started. So there's time. Jordan Riz in the house. Let's go. Justin, hopefully it stays down for payday tomorrow. We'll see, man. See what happened, what's going on with Bitcoin. We'll take a look. Here we go. So Bitcoin currently at 71.5. You saw the dip today, dip down to 68.8, a little under $69,000. Again, this off the back of PPI, which is the Fed's preferred method of tracking inflation. It came in a little hotter than expected. That's following CPI data, which basically means that rate cuts won't happen so fast, right? I think the next expected rate cut was the first expected rate cut was to happen in May. That's likely to be pushed back as the Fed wants to see inflation down for longer. So we'll see how it plays out. But that's where we're at. And I think we're going to bounce back and start moving again. But yeah, some good buying opportunities out there for sure. If you like Fed AI, Pal AI was on a dip. A lot of stuff on sale. So all good. Let's see who else we got in here. Pro Legendary, what's good? What's your thoughts on the VV comic news? So yeah, we can start with that. I think it's pretty dope for VV to be partnering, to enhance their partnership with Marvel. We knew that that something along the lines was coming, right, with Marvel at South by Southwest. This was teased that there would be an extension of their partnership. Their partnership with Marvel is really strong. And to have an app only dedicated to the comics, and basically this new VV app, the comics app, it's a comics reader, and it's meant to long-term replace the Marvel Unlimited subscription-based digital platform. So let me pull it up on Twitter. I have thoughts on the implications for VV and the implications for Omi. Here we go. So, dope anytime you can strengthen that partnership with Marvel. Dope that they're going to get access to even more of the comics. I think there are a bunch of them already now listed on there. I haven't checked it out. I didn't download the app. I looked at it, but it seems like everything is there now, and you have the ability to purchase. It's going to potentially widen, the audience, and bridging, Marvel, the Marvel Unlimited app, bridging the people from there into VV. Potentially can grow the user base, which is a needed thing, right? To try to attract more people to VV. This is a core thing that they need to get right. And so an interesting thing is that now comics that drop in physical will also be dropped on Vivi same day. That's dope. Also dope is that they have I see the new category of graphic novels, I think, in there. So good stuff for Vivi. In terms of Omi, I don't think it doesn't really move the needle. And I didn't really take a look at how Omi reacted today. Down 7%, almost at the 999 level again. The market was down, but so again, Vivi is really good at licensing. Vivi's really good at the partnerships, and the thing with Funko was cool, and this is another step in the right direction for Vivi. In terms of the token, though, they need to get things done on the token side of things, and long term, if they can grow that user base on Vivi, exponentially, and get even five times the people on there, and they can incorporate Omi into the app, into the web app with Omi to NFT, and have the majority of transactions taking place with the Omi token, making it the native currency of the app, then the token will reflect the success of Vivi. That's the long-term vision, and we'll see how that goes. It's been slow going on the Omi side of things. Hopefully that changes. Hopefully we see Omi to NFT, and then hopefully we see the Vivi user base ramp up. Because if you get those two things happening together, then you have a real utility token on an app that people are really using, and you get more people on there, and then you see that there's increased demand for the token, right? That's how these things work. So overall, I think it's a good day for Vivi. David, you said I think, before this, he had said it was like one of the biggest achievements of his life. And I can see why. He's enhancing this partnership with Marvel Comics is amazing. So, shout out to him and Vivi, and we'll see what happens with the Omi token, Omi to NFT, potentially on deck. Hustle was moving good, then had a decent pullback. I'm not really familiar with that. 6 days in the house. What's good? Lost all my Omi on Bit4X. Hopefully you didn't lose it, Derek. Hopefully, I read a tweet from someone named Richard. I don't know who he is. But he suggested that perhaps it's not lost. And perhaps, it'll be, once it's sorted out, once the legalities of this whole situation is sorted out, that people will get access to their Bit4X accounts and get their tokens back. So I'm hoping that happens for you and everyone else who's been affected by Bit4X going down. And for those unaffected, I hope that the whole situation was a reminder of how things work in crypto and the dangers of keeping coins on these exchanges. So we'll see how that plays out. And hopefully, Derek, it works out for you. Yeah, look it up on X. I think the guy's name is Richard or something. He made a lengthy post about why he thinks that it'll work out, but we'll see. All right, let's get started. Want to talk about a bunch of things. The Mcade partnership with Wilder World. Tectum making some news. And, whatever you guys want to talk about. I wanted to start with a good tweet that I had bookmarked that I found this week. That kind of echoes a lot of my own thoughts. Here we go. So this is from Toom, and Ron actually put me onto Toom. He's a good person to follow on X. Says a lot of smart things regarding these markets. and this is about like the psychology of investing, which is really important to master, because you can get wrecked if you have the wrong psychology, right? So some things that he says that I think ring true and are good reminders for people. A lot of people post about their gains, myself included, right? I post charts about, oh, look, AI tech is up 5x, because it's exciting to see these things. Oftentimes you'll see posts like this all throughout a bull market of people up 100x, etc., on whatever coin. And reading that, you start to feel anxiety because you're believing that you're underperforming the bull market. And it's really important not to compare yourself to other people, not to compare, not to feel like you're missing everything because you're seeing charts going up. And maybe you're not in those coins, you're in other coins. Maybe some of them haven't pumped as much yet. Comparing yourself to others is nothing, right, but harm your mental health and psych you out. So keep these things in mind. One of the things that Toom here says that I totally agree with is, I said last stream that we're still early, but we're not early, right? If you were here a few months ago, scooping up a lot of these alts at super, super cheap prices, you were buying at very low market caps. 3 or 4 months ago, a $50 million market cap was, people were staying away from that. It was high. $100 million market cap on Naka was scaring people off. People were looking for sub $10 million market caps. But the deeper that you get into this market, the harder those picks are to find, right? They're bought up. The prices are driven up. And so for where we are now, 100 million is the new $10 million market cap, right? A lot of these things have run up. A $50 million market cap is a solid market cap to buy into for a really good project. And so you kind of have to adjust where you're at and your thinking. Sometimes we stay away from something that's, a lot of people were not interested in buying Naka at 100 million. But it's important to remember that winners keep on winning. And if many of these or some of these get to 10, $12 billion market caps, as Russ is here putting in, how did Axie get to 12 billion last run? Right? If that's the case, if you're buying stuff at $100 million market cap, you're still early, right? Provided it's a good project, has runway ahead of it, and, decent fundamentals and a hot narrative. So plenty of good things out there still. But sometimes we have to adjust our thinking. Let me get back into this chat. Badass Cats in the house. What's good? Marcus, I bought a Lambo on VV as thought linked to Wilder Worlds after they tweeted the portal. That's funny. Instead, Mcade have snagged it. Bullish on them. At least one of your projects got it. So this was super bullish, I thought, from Mcade. Let's talk about it. Where is it? Oh, there. Who's this guy over here? Here it is. So this was put out yesterday. Welcome to Mcade Wilder World. We're thrilled to announce our partnership with the upcoming AAA game. And some thoughts. First and foremost, when I was first buying Mcade, when we were first talking about it, I liked a lot of what I saw. One of the reservations that I had was there are going to be a lot of gaming projects. How are they going to set themselves apart from some of these other projects? And now, over the last few weeks, we're seeing it happen. We're seeing it play out. So The tournaments are starting. Marketing is starting. But they added Jamie King, and that was a fundamental shift and a pumpamental shift, as I said last stream. And now they just added Wilder World into the platform, into their hub, which is super bullish. Again, a AAA game. And check out Wilder World, 131,000 followers. So what this does is opens up Mcade to more eyes, bridges two communities together, right? And how do you stand out in a crowded field in this gaming sector? You have to find ways to differentiate yourself. And Mcade is doing that by hiring top-level talent that have crazy resumes and building with very strong communities. So Wilder World coming into Mcade Hub, super bullish. And again, just kind of confirms the conviction, and they're starting to set themselves apart. And as Russ said in my interview with him on Monday, when I asked him, where do you see yourself in a year? He said, winning effectively, right? Being the number one platform, beating the likes of Naka. So this is a step in that direction for Mcade. So shout out to Russ and the team, and shout out to all the Mcaders and the community. On chart, I think it was a little red today. Down 5%. Bit of a pullback along with the rest of the market. You can expect maybe some consolidation in this range above the 2-cent level for Mcade. But the gaming sector is primed to get hot again. And, I don't know that this will be 2 cents for very long. So good stuff. Justin says Gswift. Yeah. And Gswift is another one that I meant to talk about in my last stream and didn't get to. Here we go. So this is another underrated, or maybe undervalued is the better word, gaming project. I want to say it's got a $40 million market cap. The tokenomics aren't quite as good as Mcade's. They have more unlocks. I haven't added it to my chart, but this is a Web3 infrastructure play. It's a platform, a layer 0 platform. I think that's cross-chain, and another gaming hub. And they're incorporating, AI into their platform. So they have this article says introducing the new Gswift launcher powered by GS Force AI. So Gswift is interesting, and they're using AI here in order to, I think, track your in-game performance. Let's see, statistics, I think, to stack statistics and track data. But at a $40 million market cap, it had a decent pump a little earlier on. Let's pull it up. Here we go. It's been consolidating in this range, $35 million market cap. And again, I think it's only a matter of time before gaming gets going again, and maybe we see some money rotate out of AI into gaming. Cats. Sean says, sorry to hear that, Derek. Yeah. Gswift or FedEye. I have exposure to both. Nice. What up, HG? Forbes. I tweaked my portfolio a little by selling the OMI I bought in September. I still have a lot, but it's underperformed, so I bought Mcade. Brian, hey, Danny. Can do a quick review of Hash. I'm curious to hear your opinion. I'll write it down, Brian, and take a look. Justin's funny. Looking forward to the new Medicaid front end. Russ said release like the February 24th to coincide with an OG's birthday. Yeah, still working on it. And again, you'll get like Medicaid City, I think, coming. So again, a lot still coming down the pike. Thanks for everything, Danny. I'm in the position I'm in, all thanks to you and Ron. You're in the position because of you, HD, right? Because it's, Ron's done awesome. I've tried to help. I try to help out here and, give out information, but ultimately everyone's responsible for their own wins and losses, right? So if you take initiative and you seek out information and do well for yourself, give yourself credit. Looking forward to Medicaid City. Yep. Looking forward to hearing Jamie King. A lot of good stuff going on. And one of the things I bookmarked today was on Tectum. So Tectum again broke their record for everyone who's in TET. Broke their record for fastest blockchain. And they processed 3.5 million transactions per second. That was yesterday. They broke their previous record. I think people, have been sleeping a little on Tectum because they had that run up and then they cooled off. I think it's also only a matter of time. They've been making some higher lows on TET, and I think it's also a matter of time before this breaks out. It had found its local bottom in $28, $29, and it's holding up pretty strong, $35 on the heels of that breakthrough. And the thing with TET is they're starting to get more exposure. This is from Yahoo Finance. Tectum claims the title of the fastest layer 1 blockchain and processes 3.5 million transactions per second in its TPS test final phase. So I saw this article from Yahoo Finance. I saw another article that someone shared recently, and I forget where it was from, but it was like, 3 or 4 big, 3 or 4 up and coming coins. Tectum is a potential blue chip this cycle. It's got so many good narratives. It's got their own proprietary technology with the soft notes, Bitcoin scaling solution. So I do think that this $30 range, if you missed it down here and you still wanted to get into a good project with a lot of runway in front of it, Tectum is a good one still. I think once it breaks this $45 resistance, it's going to go into price discovery, and it won't be long, I don't think, before we see $100 Tectum. I really like layer ones because of the potential market caps they can reach. They're not like gaming coins or, metaverse coins from last cycle that will peak at, $8-10 billion. We've seen the big ones, Polkadot, get to $40 billion. Obviously, ADA, Avalanche, Sol get up there. So one that really catches fire and does well could command a sizable market cap in a bull run. So we'll see what happens with Tectum. Been bullish on them, and I do think that they are coiling up. And the other one, obviously, that I've been loading up on is Devve. And Devve has been ranging under $2. And again, I think this is going to be a matter of time before it breaks out of $2. $34 million market cap. Holding up pretty strong if you're considering that today was a red day and it's holding up at $1.75 for everyone who's in Devve. I think that maybe that's a good sign that we're getting ready to test this $2 local top. But we will see. B-Dubs, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you and your support of the channel. I wasn't going to stream today. It's been a long week. I've been tired, but I'm trying to keep the momentum going because when I stop, it's like I'm a creature of habit. And if I get into some, bad habits if I don't get around to streaming, it's very easy for me to fall out of it. So I'm trying to stay consistent. Cornucopias has 2 new sex listings tomorrow. Mcade. Oh, nice. They're also integrating AI into cornucopias. Let's take a look. Is that Copy? Is that the I don't have cornucopias. It's done well. $89 million market cap. Very nice. So that's a good, solid 10x from December. So shout out to everyone in Copy. And there are so many good projects, right? I didn't get into Copy. But that's okay, right? There are so many good projects out there. And like I said, you can't catch them all. I'm happy to see everyone winning because as long as you pick some good projects this cycle and some good narratives, we're all going to win. The key is, extracting money from the market and selling at the right time. Jordan Riz, what's good? Let's go Mcade. Yes. What's your number one altcoin for this cycle? So I would say my favorite ones. So there are a lot that I don't have that I like that I just missed. Like I think AGI is really good. And I missed this. I think AGI is going to continue to do well. It's got a $400 million market cap. I wish I bought it. I missed it. All good. AI meets gaming. It's going to continue to rip. This was 4 cents 2 months ago. Think about that. 2 months ago, 4 cents. It's done a solid 12x, 1,200% in 2 months. This is a reminder of how violent the moves are to the upside in crypto on an uptrend. And when I said a couple weeks ago, I was talking about, when I see something that I like, I'm not very picky if the trend is up. I'm not very picky because if I don't secure my position, my thinking is if I don't secure my position and I miss a move, that move up could be violent. All right. So this chart right here is a reminder how fast things move. So to answer your question, what's my favorite altcoin? My number one new. There are so many good ones this cycle. I missed this one. If you're talking about a new one that I've been buying, the one that I've been buying a little aggressively is Astra AI. Here we go. I said this in the last couple streams. My bags are packed on, my main holdings. That would be AI Tech, which I love this cycle. Tectum, my Devve bag is packed now. My Mcade bag is packed now. Games for a living. And so I rotated some money out of Solana, and this is one that I got greedy on. I like it because it's fully diluted. No, big token unlocks coming. $37 million market cap. You saw with AGI, you saw with the AI Tech chart how fast these things could move. Now, the thing is, this is not on any major exchanges at all. This is only available to swap on Uniswap. I'm not sure. I haven't done tremendous research to see what their roadmap is in terms of getting listed on exchanges. Because when you look at like Pal AI, which is another, I think, solid AI pick, low cap, $10 million, a little less than $10 million market cap on a good dip. So if you were interested in this, it's down a good 30%. But from what I hear, Pal AI is not interested in centralized exchanges because they have a tax on the buy and sell. I think there's also a tax on the buy and sell side of Astra. I'm not sure what their roadmap is for centralized exchanges. I'm going to do some more research on it, but I've been greedy on it just because this is such a hot sector. And in crypto, pick a hot sector like AI that I think is going to continue to be hot. Find a solid project and, you know, that looks undervalued and let it ride. And if you look at the chart, it's been up and to the right since December. And this was put out again by Ron's group. I think Ron put this out back in January when it was a $1.50. I didn't get it at a $1.50. I got it at $3. It was a sharp dip on it recently, like 2 days ago. If you look at the 7-day, this was eaten up, which shows me real strength here, right? It dipped from $3.77 all the way down to $2.70. A good 33% dip or so, super quick. Kind of came out of nowhere. Bounced right back up, came back down a little, and then just went right back up to a new all-time high. So it shows me strength in Astra AI. I bought some of this for my father-in-law who wanted to buy some stuff. And I think it'll ride the wave. But it's only, what sucks is that it's on ETH, and you got to pay those gas fees. I think on top of it, there's a little bit of a fee. But Astra AI, I'm going to do more research in terms of the exchanges. TED gets covered by non-crypto people. Just watched a guy today cover. He's not crypto. And that's when you know that TED is a potential blue chip, right? What Forbes X2 is saying right here. You know, when TED is being covered by Yahoo Finance and, you know, non-crypto people or, you know, non-traditional crypto publications, this is a potential blue chip coin. And I say potential because you don't know until you're, right? You can't connect the dots until you're looking back, as Steve Jobs famously said. But from the beginning, I thought that this had a shot to become really a top 20 coin. This has all the makings of a top 20 coin. So it's the fastest scaling solution for Bitcoin, which plays right in with the Bitcoin ETF narrative. And it doesn't only scale Bitcoin, it scales Ethereum, it can scale whatever. You know, I was listening to Crypto Seth, who's also he's a smart guy who likes Tectum. And he made a good point is that, you know, Litecoin got to a big market cap off the fact that it was like a faster Bitcoin, faster to transact, etc. And this is the problem that Tectum solves. So what's the potential market cap on that? I can see it getting into the over a $10 billion market cap. Litecoin's an OG coin now. Who the hell buys Litecoin anyway now, by the way? I don't know. Who's buying Litecoin and keeping it a top 10 coin? Well, this is an old chart. Where is Litecoin now? Let me look at area 22. Way too high for Litecoin, a top 22 coin. But the point is, if the selling point of Litecoin is that it's a faster form of Bitcoin, and Tectum scales Bitcoin, and then you take into consideration this whole narrative with the ETF, And you add to that the fastest layer one in terms of 3 million TPS. Devve claims to do 8 million, but they're not proven yet, right? We have to see how that works out. So I can see, Tectum getting into this top 20 race. Does it happen? Who knows? I don't know. I can't say with certainty, but is it possible? It's possible. And at this stage, when you're thinking of what you're going to hold for this bull run, I think it's all about looking at the possibilities and thinking of where these things could end up. And that's kind of where my mind's at. DK in the house. What's good? Maddie. Hey, everyone. New to this group. Liking what I'm hearing. What's good, Maddie? Hope you subscribed. Let's go. There's another Kopi. How are you feeling about Rio still? Yeah, I'm loving Rio. I think Rio has done really well for me. And anyone who got in Rio in the bear market, it was a penny at one point. Back when, let's see. I mean, back in last summer, it was super cheap, like a penny. I didn't get in there. I got in at like 11 cents. Most of my buys on Rio were at like 11 cents, so it's a 10x. It recently had a run up right here, another leg up in February. It broke $1. I think it's going to break all-time highs, which was $4 from last cycle. I don't think it had a real proper run last cycle. I think that RWAs will have a run, but I liked what Russ said when I was talking to Russ Mcade. I think it was on camera. We had a little chat before, but I think it was on camera when he said we're talking about sectors, and the RWA sector came out, and he mentioned how maybe it's going to be like what the gaming sector did last cycle, meaning we got a taste of the gaming sector last cycle, but not a full-on gaming run, which we're anticipating this cycle. And maybe that's what we get out of the RWA sector. Maybe because it's not quite there yet in terms of the technology and the regulation, right? We're not quite ready for tokenization of everything. Rio and Relio Network is tokenizing real estate. They're already starting. But, I don't think we're really there yet in terms of actually tokenizing, that whole asset class and everything else involved. And so maybe we get a bit of a run on RWA this cycle, but its real cycle is next cycle. And that made sense to me when I was talking to Russ. But I think that when you scan socials and you search for RWAs, Rio always is one that is mentioned. It's got a lot of traction on Twitter. And so this is my RWA play. In a hot bull run, all it's going to take is for like Larry Fink, BlackRock CEO, to come out again and talk about the tokenization of everything. And that, taking place. And that being the next step for crypto. Because he's going to do it again. Right? Because Larry Fink is now incentivized to shill Bitcoin and shill this whole asset class. And so I like Rio. Bill Gators, don't forget, I think Bill's laughing right here. Don't forget your Omi bags are packed too. Bill sold all his Omi. Danny the homie. Yeah, there's a fake Danny the Bull channel, Ron pointed out. Not channel, Twitter account. Ron pointed out on X. Let's see. What's good? Mark Myers in the house. Do I think Devve will go down? I'm almost at my goal. Man, it's really impossible. I wouldn't be surprised if it went down because it's been range bound. I also wouldn't be surprised if it just broke out. Right? If in the markets, I'm looking at my portfolio here, it's starting to go back up. Bitcoin's at 71.5. If we get some green days, I can see Devve going up. At this stage, I'm not overly picky on price. So maybe spread out your buys, or if you're just waiting on more money to come in, then all you can do is wait. But their mainnet is launching soon, and I would anticipate that that's going to spur some action. And you take into consideration that they're going to have a launch pad, they're going to have an exchange, their ESG narrative, and all that. I think I bookmarked something on Devve. Here it is. So they also have some patented security features to keep, that's like, I guess it's hack proof or protect people against fraud and theft. So there was an AMA last week that I meant to go to for Devve. I'm going to check that out and maybe report back on that. But my answer to that question is I don't know if it's going to go back down. It's been range bound. I'm earning mint layer. Yeah, it's dope, man. Mark Myers has been staking and delegating mint layer. Could it go to a $1.7 billion market cap? I think so. Yes. Did I add this? Here we go, mint layer. So I can see mint layer going to a $2 billion market cap and, seeing a $7 mint layer. And it's been in a good, I don't know why mint layer is down. I have not tracked it at all. I have a bag of it. When I bought it, it was my hedge against Tectum. This is another scaling solution for Bitcoin and assets, and it's also an RWA play. So I think it's in a good accumulation range for mint layer. Thoughts on Root Network? Yeah, Kari was talking about this in the Telegram. I looked at it and I like what I see so far. And I considered purchasing. So the market cap is $100 million, I think, on Root Network. And this is I think a metaverse play. I don't know if they incorporate this, like gaming, metaverse. Kari was very high on it. Kari is the project manager for Mask, really smart guy. He likes this project. So I do like what I see out of Root, and it's something that I'll consider buying. I'm gonna track the price. Gflow asked, do I still like SkyPath? Yeah, nothing has changed with SkyPath, in my opinion. A couple people have reached out to me asking if I still like SkyPath. And nothing has changed. And I was planning on covering some of their updates, but I didn't get a chance to really do a lot of research. I missed their AMAs. I reached out to Up Crypto, the vice president over there, to ask for just an update because I missed the AMAs, and he sent me some information. Maybe I'll go over it here. But let's pull it up. No, it's SkyPath. Here we go. There are two Skies. There's like SkyCoin and SkyPath. And SkyPath has been down. And I bought it higher, and I'm down on it, but I'm not sweating it. My view on SkyPath has been that it has high reward potential. I like the people on the team. The advisors to the team are very high-level government people. They have a real-world project. I like that a lot, and I love their market cap of now $500,000, $500,000. So a 20x is only a $10 million market cap. Someone asks, is it like a high conviction play? it's not in a sector like AI. It's not in a sector like gaming that's going to naturally make it ride. So it's for them, it's all about building out token awareness and creating their own narrative. Now, the good news is they have a ready-made narrative for their token, and that is that the former head of Homeland Security under Trump is an advisor to the team, and they're partnering with I think they're partnering with a defense technology company that's partnered with Homeland Security, the United States government. So these guys have some serious connections, partnerships. Former Speaker of the House of Rhode Island on the team. They partnered with school districts to help ensure like they're a security system. So they have their own narrative, but they're not riding a narrative. And in crypto, I love projects that ride narratives, right? So if they can build out token awareness and get this in front of like people's eyes, I think that it'll be dope. And I was in their Telegram recently, and the CEO, let me pull it up in my phone. He kind of teased something in there. Where is it? Give me a second. He teased an upcoming press release. So it says press release teaser to cross the wires in the next few weeks. So this will be coming out in the next few weeks. Skypath Security rolls out an industry-leading military-grade defense platform in order to transform public safety with its enhanced mobile defense platform. So this is again, there was a commercial showing their partnership with the Rhode Island School District, and it seems like there's going to be some more press around, I'm assuming, maybe another partnership or something. So Skypath has a lot of potential, and that $500,000 market cap, for me, it's like it makes sense for it to be a punt, right? Like I threw some money at it. You don't have to go. I didn't have to throw a lot of money at it to do well if it does well. And so it's a punt for me, and we'll see how it plays out. But $500,000 market cap, I'm going to let it sit. And I'm not going to be worried if it stays low, because sometimes in crypto things happen, suddenly. Things will just take off. So I'm going to forget that I have it. It's one of those things, very small market cap. We'll see what happens. Not writing a narrative, but if they secure the right partnerships and get enough eyes on them, I think it's something that has the potential to take off, as does Mammoth AI, right? Which is another one that's super low market cap, like I think they said I think I just see my Telegram that it just crossed like $500,000 market cap. But again, that's another one that has the potential to, 10x, 20x quite easily if they just gain some traction. What is this institution thing I'm hearing about? I don't know what are you referring to here, Justin? Devve volume is insane for a new token. Yes, Forbes, I noticed that as well. The Devve volume is heavy. It's a lot. It means the big boys are aware of it. This is exactly the type of token that the big boys are aware of. And that's, again, it's why I loaded up on Devve. It's one of my top 5 positions. And I think I'm down. I might be down on it. Or maybe I'm up a little on it. Let me see. Let me see my Devve holdings. No, I'm green. I'm up like 20% on it. But when it goes to like $1.30, I'm down on it. But it's my 4th biggest holding. And it's not, so AI Tech is my biggest holding now because it's done like a 10x since I bought it. TET did a 3x since I bought it. Devve's only up 20% for me, but it's I loaded up on it. Okay, precisely for this, I think that it's got the potential to be a huge winner. Forrest points out, or big boy rug. And in crypto, anything is possible. So I'm open to all expectations, right? I think that I was chatting with someone recently, and if you are committed to one outcome and you think that something is definitely going to happen and it's programmed, you're setting yourself up to potentially lose. I'm open to all outcomes. I'm open to, to being wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong on Devve. I think that it'll do well. And again, here it is. Let me pull up the chart again. Let's check out that volume. Yeah, $3 million in trading volume for such a small market cap. And they're going to be migrating to DevX, their own. So they are a chain, and I don't know if we're going to have to migrate our tokens. That'll be annoying. Huge volatility on Devve on BitGet. Caught sub. Yeah, that was dope. Good job with that, DK. This is one of the things also, if you set a limit order, it's in this range, maybe you catch a wick down. Justin doesn't think it's a rug. Jordan says definitely not a rug. You never know, the big boys play games. 5 million volume at the start. It's suspicious. We'll see. This will be my first complete cycle from bear to bull. How do I take profit out from my wallets? Do I swap my coins to stable coins or ETH and send the ETH to my exchanges? Yeah, so you can either send ETH to your exchange and cash it out, sell it, or, if you're going to take profit from your wallet, I would take it into stablecoin and then send that to the exchange to cash out. But it's really important to take profit and really important to make a plan. And I've been thinking a lot about it more and more lately. And the thing about taking profit, and I said this in my last stream, you also want to let your winners win a little, right? And I use the example of AI tech for myself, but use whatever example you want for yourself. Whatever your winner is, we're still early. There's a lot to be written on the right side of this chart. There are many squiggly lines to be drawn on the right side of this chart. And my expectation is that this is going to go up more. And so you want to let your winners win a bit and not sell too early. But at the same time, you want to make sure you take profits. So, I said last time, someone asked if I was selling AI tech now, and I'm not. I liken it to, catching a big fish and then throwing it back into the water. I want to let this one ride, and let's see where it goes. I have expectations of where I think it could go. And anything that if it's AGI, if it's super, whatever you've been riding, whatever's done well for you, or whatever does well for you, winners are going to keep on winning, right? When the overall trend is up. And so that's how I'm playing it. It's super important to take profits and not get swept up in the euphoria phase, which is going to happen. Probably not. It's probably a government NGO token. I can see some government losers sitting in his ESG office buying it because he got an email. My faves are still ADA, Mcade, OMI, Epico, AI Tech, and OTK. Let's go. Yeah. So ADA is a nice. I haven't checked in on ADA in a while. I should check in on these big caps some more. 75 cents on ADA. Shout out to everyone buying the bottom at 25 cents. I bought a lot of ADA down here, and I sold up here, and I moved it into Tectum. But ADA is gonna, I think, hit a new all-time high this cycle. And my expectation for ADA is the $5 that people expected last cycle is a possibility. We'll see how it does. Lagging way behind Solana though. Sol completely obliterated Cardano this cycle. If you were buying Sol at its lows, even if you were buying it at $20, Solana did an 8x from there or something, or 9x almost. Whereas Cardano has done a 200% move. So Solana was my biggest conviction play in the bear market, aside from accumulating Bitcoin and ETH. My biggest conviction play was Solana, but I accumulated a lot of Cardano also. And it's a safer, if you need something to balance your portfolio. A lot of people like to balance their portfolios. I've shifted mostly to small ones, but these coins, these bigger caps, AVAX, Chainlink, these are blue chips. These are confirmed by the market. These will continue to perform well, and you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about, is it a rug? Right, so it's good to have this balance in your portfolio. What else is what's Epico doing? Let's check in on Epico for Jordan here. Super volatile, as expected. It's a very small cap, right? $2 million market cap. Nice. So good luck on Epico and everything else. OTK is a good one. I like that one also. Yeah, just leave some for the rest of us, Jordan. Jordan's a multiple coin whale. He's going for it. Devve links to institutions, government, states. Yeah. And that's the thing with Devve, right? Maybe they link with governments. Yeah, I think you do need to KYC for BitGet. Danny, in your stream with Mr. MC1 and Michael Campa, Michael noted no significant improvement in VVverse. Yeah, it's been 8 months. I was thinking about this today. I think it's annoying. I mean, concerning. I guess they're not really focused on the improvements. They're fixing, they're working on, I guess, onboarding all their assets. I really don't know. But it is bothersome and annoying that it was August. It's been 8 months and VVverse is still not out. This has been the repeated, flaw of VV. And I think a problem with that is that when you wait so long to deliver on things, you create apathy. And that's worse than, people talk about, FUD and people being upset at things. At least they still care, right? When you're upset, you still care. If people are apathetic, if people grow apathetic, it becomes a problem. And I think they risk that they've risked that over the last year with their super slow rollout. You see a declining user base on VV. And I was excited in August about VVverse. I was bullish, very bullish on OMI as it looked like everything was coming together. I'm less bullish on it now. Again, because of the slow pace and path to development, while all of these other guys are developing fast. Look at Mcade, look at AI Tech. They are an AGI and all these guys. They're constantly making moves right now and taking advantage of a hot market. Whereas, VV has been super slow. And so it's concerning that, 8 months in and I still don't have access to it. It makes me lose interest in it. I don't go on to VV very often. If there's a hot drop, and I forgot about the boxing one, which I would have gone for because it was $20 and it was cool. The first one of its kind in a new vertical. So that's something that I would have gone for, but I feel so detached from Vivi because there's not much to do there, right? I wish we had Viviverse. And especially when there's so much else going on in the space. So when there are a ton of other options to occupy your time and things to research, now there's, that the competition isn't necessarily within the digital collecting realm. It's in this whole Web3 space. And so I'm looking on Mcade, and I logged in and I created my account there and trying to figure out how to play in these tournaments. Because I think that's super dope. You have to strike when the iron is hot. And I think that there is something to what Jeremy Padawar says when he said that this is a race. It's a sprint, not a marathon. I think he's absolutely right. People look at, we have to build things over time. And I think that's true. It does take time to build things, but at the same time, you need to maintain momentum. And in a space where things are so cyclical and hype and momentum is cyclical, you have to take advantage of the cycle. So we'll see. They're really good at some things, and we saw an example of that today. And that is their partnerships, on that Vivi side of things. But in terms of like getting the tech out and delivering on the token side of things, they're super laggy, and that's still concerning. Same, Danny bought a lot of Sol during the FTX fire. Yeah, and it wasn't easy to buy that blood. This was a horrific bear market that we experienced, right? The regulatory climate combined with the market crashes across, in the stock market, the crypto market, the exchanges going down, Sam Bankman-Fried. It wasn't easy to buy Sol at $8 and $10 and $13. But it proved to work out. So shout out to everyone who was here accumulating in the bear market, and shout out to everyone who has stuck around, right? And didn't get shaken out. And, and even if you did get shaken out, but you got back in early enough, shout out to you because, you recognize and you're taking advantage of an opportunity. I was talking to my brother-in-law earlier, and he was asking, if he should allocate, take some money from his stocks and put it into crypto. And I explained the whole risk of crypto, right? If the markets go down, the riskiest assets go down the hardest. That's just the way it is. Anytime the markets crash, look at stock market, tech stocks go down the hardest. Crypto is the riskiest of assets. It goes down harder. And so if there is a macro collapse or something, that's a risk. But at the same time, this is an asymmetrical risk, meaning there is no other asset class out there where you can be rewarded so heavily in such a short amount of time. And so to me, that risk is very much worth it because these opportunities historically don't happen often. But the key is knowing to take profits and not, bag hold on the way down. I don't have M0 Base Lab. I bought SoFi since Cathie Wood bought 726,000 shares last week, which other funds also bought up. Nice. What's your hope for market cap for Astra AI? So I need to look more into it, but I can, $1 billion, I think is possible. Fully diluted, right? And for what they offer, what I'm really want to see with Astra AI is their roadmap in terms of getting listed on exchanges. When you look at them, let's check them out. Here we go. 10,000 followers. You've got a couple pretty big people following them here. Marco Polo, 216,000 followers. Crypto Lord, 268,000 followers. It's we got the homie. Look at this guy. Not to be outdone. This guy's even better right here. Mark Myers following Astra AI. We got Alan Rogers. You got the homie Frank right here. Look at this guy. He's following Astra AI. And Mark Quinn is following Astra AI. And O'Malley. I say that. Say you got some, pretty big accounts following them. They're in the, what could be the hottest sector, even hotter than gaming, it looks like. We'll see how, gaming will come back. When you combine those things, it's not going to take a lot to send a lot of these coins to $1 billion market cap. And for perspective, last cycle, look at these coins that reach $1 billion. Bancor, never heard of it. Horizon, Telcoin, UMA. This is the 2021 cycle. So can I see it getting to a $1 billion market cap? I can. But I want to do more research on it before I'll add it to my spreadsheet. Vivi will miss this cycle, but next cycle. I was thinking about that today, season 3. I can see Vivi. Vivi's not. It doesn't look like they're going anywhere. They need more users, right? For sure. But their partnerships are amazing, and their product resonates with people. They have a core group of people who like it. If they're able to onboard more, I don't think Vivi's going anywhere. They're a real world business, and they've proven themselves to be really good at partnerships. So is it possible that it's further down the line? It's possible. Which would, if you've been holding OMI and OMI doesn't, hit the market cap that you expected, it would suck this cycle. But we'll see. There's still plenty of time left for OMI. Let's pull it up again. Still plenty of time left. Really want to see them on exchanges, and preferably a U.S. exchange and access to that United States liquidity, because now that Bit4X is gone, we don't have access to BitGet. So we're United States people, you have to KYC to get onto BitGet. Swapping on Coinbase wallet and MetaMask wallet is too expensive. I think they'll find a solution to that. But what you ultimately want are top tier exchanges. And again, they're on Gate.io. But aside from that, it's like Ascendex, Bitmart, etc. You want to see them get after it aggressively this cycle. And let's see what they do. Triggerfresh UR has a good shot going parabolic, in my opinion, stacking those. Nice. What are your top 3 projects to buy into right now? Yeah, Astra. Well, I would say what I like the most right now is at these prices, Devve, Astra. Let me see. Mask. Well, Mask is at a good price, 37 cents. But it's not like in a hot sector like AI, so I don't know if it'll send like those. Those are my top 2 right now, Astra and Devve. I think the gaming stuff is at a good price. I think Playable Games is at a good price, less than half a penny. I think Gswift is at a good price, 63 cents. So I would also be adding to my gaming projects right now if I was buying. The majority of my buying is done. I'm not really putting too much new money in. I'll be rotating out of Solana, and I've been using that. But in terms of putting new money in, I did that already, and my bags are pretty much packed. But we'll see. That's what I would say. Astra, Devve, and I would add some gaming projects if I was buying heavy right now. But let me see if I have anything else on the agenda. The other thing I wanted to talk about was hello, for anyone who is interested in that. I watched the show. It's on a bunch of streaming services. What I was disappointed in is the fact that you have to. I thought that when they said that they were going on Apple TV, I thought that they'd be streaming on there for free, but you have to pay for it. You have to pay to stream Hello. So I bought the first season for $10. I thought it was a solid Killer Whales I'm talking about. I thought Killer Whales was a solid. If you love crypto, I think it's definitely worth a watch. It's great to see the personalities on there. There is crypto banters on there, altcoin daily. But in terms of garnering like mainstream attention, if you have to pay to watch the season, if you don't love crypto, you're not going to pay for it. So that was one thing that I didn't like about the Killer Whales show. But otherwise, if you like Shark Tank and you love crypto, I think it's worth a watch. Check it out. That's about it. I'm a little tired and hungry today. Been on for an hour and 17 minutes. I want to thank you all for coming through and spending some time. I'll try to get on again this weekend. Always a lot to talk about. So I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.